So you want to quit your job and become a full-time trader? Cool, here's what's going to happen. You're going to join the 99% who fail, but not for the reason you think. Trading isn't the problem. Going full-time is. And I'm about to show you exactly why even millionaire traders go broke the moment they make this one deadly mistake. Let's start with some fun facts. Of all traders, 40% quit within a month because they think they can go full-time and get rich quick. Only 1% survive after 5 years. Congratulations if you're still here after 5 years. You survived a financial war zone. But here's the kicker, most of that 1% make less than the kid who messed up your Starbucks order. A Brazilian study of 19,000 traders found that less than 1% earn more than minimum wage. And here's the plot twist, they were all part-time traders. Coincidence? You decide. In the US, out of 360,000 traders, 80% lost money, the 20% who didn't, they were just better at losing less consistently. But you're probably thinking, okay, but what about those success stories we always hear about? Meet Tim Gritney. This absolute legend turned $1,500 into $2 million. Sounds like the dream, right? Plot twist, he lost every single dollar. How? He went full-time. The pressure of needing trading to pay bills changed everything. Every red candle became next month's rent. Every loss became a threat to his survival. And Tim's not alone. Jesse Livermore made millions multiple times, but when trading became his entire identity, he lost everything and tragically took his own life. Even Paul the Flipper Rotter, who made $65 to $78 million annually for 10 years scalping futures, said the stress nearly killed him physically. This guy was making more in a day than most people make in a year, and he was still dying from the pressure. So what is it about going full-time that destroys even these legends? When trading becomes your only income, your brain literally works against you. Here's what happens. You stop making decisions based on good setups and start making them based on paying bills. You take trades you shouldn't because you need the money. You hold losers too long because you can't afford the loss. Part-time traders can wait for perfect setups. Full-time traders are forced to trade even when the market gives them nothing good. Trading messes with your dopamine and cortisol like crazy, but full-time? You're basically pressing trades like a slot machine button, chasing chemical kicks while your rent money disappears. Most traders suffer from loss aversion. They feel pain twice as much as pleasure. That's why you see revenge trading, doubling down on bad trades just to get even with the market. This usually works out about as well as texting your ex at 2 a.m. But surely the lifestyle makes up for it? They sell you freedom, work from anywhere, trade from beaches, be your own boss. Reality? You're working way more than any 9-to-5, glued to your monitor, functioning on energy drinks, and praying Jerome Powell doesn't sneeze too hard. Part-time traders can log off and call it a day. Full-time traders? That notification sound might be next month's groceries evaporating. One trader on Reddit described full-time trading as the most miserable period of my life. Constant pressure, isolation, anxiety, back pain, and an unhealthy addiction to caffeine. That's not freedom. That's a very expensive prison with really bad Wi-Fi. And here's the economics that nobody talks about. You're playing against hedge funds with unlimited resources, professional teams, and insider information. You have $2,000, some lines on a chart, notifications from Forex Factory, and a caffeine addiction. That's your entire arsenal. When you're part-time, you can slowly learn without financial desperation. When you're full-time, the economics will crush you because you don't get a salary during losing streaks like hedge fund managers do. Even if you somehow beat the market, taxes will still squeeze something out of your account. Uncle Sam always gets his cut. Here's what nobody selling courses will tell you. The best traders I know all do something else for a living and trade on the side. No financial desperation means they can wait for perfect setups. No pressure means they stick to their rules. No identity crisis means losses are just data, not personal attacks. Most professional traders suggest doing it part-time anyway, because the moment you start relying on trading as your primary income, it's all downhill from there. Build your capital while you build your skills. Let trading grow in your life. Don't let it replace your life. Look, trading isn't the enemy. There's money to be made, but the trap is thinking you need to go full-time to make it. That's like quitting your 9-to-5 to work 12 to 16 hours a day without any safety net. Keep your job, build your capital, trade part-time. In trading, slow and steady wins the race, and less is always more. Look at all the research I did for this video. You owe me a sub for that. And drop a comment about the stress you felt while trading, especially if you've tried going full-time. Let's see if anyone's actually made it work without losing their sanity.